Like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Brady to throw on second down. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So another fourth down upcoming, and they're 2 for 2 already on fourth down on this drive. I think they're going to go for it again.
Seems to be their M.O., doesn't it?
It certainly does. As far as this drive is concerned, they're definitely locked in and trying to pick up fourth downs.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On second down, Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's White, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So another 4th down and another decision to go for it. They've been right 3 times already on this drive. Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now Edelman. And now out come the Patriots. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The final shot before half for Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally.
He can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jonathan Bostic in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. On third and long, it's Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 77 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number two. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Kelly on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, this is Kelly. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, go ahead and strike up the band, cue up the dance moves. AB is in the end zone yet again, and that's not a surprise at all. His ability to turn something into a bigger play after the catch, that run after catch, one of the things that helps separate him as one of the elite receivers in the NFL.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Yeah, down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's Brady. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
They'll run with White, and he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Brady throwing on second down. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Oh, and they hadn't stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looks like a clear face mask to me.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer.
Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And a short gain here down to the 22. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Dante Hightower. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They stay on the ground with White. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The 20. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They give them a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll give it to him up the middle. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Ready? Go!
Now Brady. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation there, the defense won the battle. Now Brady. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance of victory by going for it. Maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Roethlisberger, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime? Have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. To throw, it's Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. They're condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion. All that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. On the left side, it's McDonald. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with time running out. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's back to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Nothing easy about that one, and these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be the game winner.
And, you know, I had problems with the footing just walking from the bus to the stadium. I can't imagine being called to kicking this stuff with the game on the line. But he appeared to have zero issues whatsoever.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Patriots, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to turn things around.